We've only won one game in our last 5, and our only striker is having a massive strop over something that was completely out of my control. And to cap it off, we're also playing Bristol City today. The wheels may be truly coming off. Hey guys, and welcome to episode 42 of my Bristol Rovers FM20 playthrough. My name is James, and on today's episode, as mentioned in the intro, we start off with the second Bristol derby of the season, the Bristol City away game at Ashton Gate, followed by a hopefully slightly easier game at home to relegation threatened Charlton. Since you're last with me, it's all going wrong. As I mentioned, we had lost the last 2 home games. The one against West Brom was the one in the last episode. We then lost away to Hull, who were also near the bottom of the table. That alongside the Middlesbrough game were just 2 games that we just weren't ever in. We absolutely dominated against Brentford. We tore them apart. I think they had 2 shots on target the entire game. We had 40 shots, with about half of them on target. But then we followed that with just 2 losses where the team didn't look like they cared. There was lots of positivity in the team talks, all the bits and pieces, but on the field, they don't seem to be able to find their way. And my worry is that we are now going down a very slippery slope. Where that leaves us in the table is we are where we left off. We are in 5th. However, we are only now 5 points ahead of Huddersfield. We are still 4 points ahead of West Brom. But I think any thoughts or dreams of going up automatically have completely well and truly gone out the window. We are definitely not good enough to go up automatically. If we carry on the form we're going, as I mentioned last episode, I think we're going to struggle in the playoffs. But I am determined to end this series back in the Premier League. But oh my God, are they making it difficult for me? I also mentioned someone having a strop. So if I look at the dynamics, we have one player currently unhappy, and it is Johnson Clark Harris. And the reason he's unhappy is because that Ollie Clark was sold during the transfer window. I will draw your attention back to the transfer window where Ollie Clark came to me and said that he felt like he'd done everything at this club. He wanted to move on. He didn't feel that he was getting the game time he wanted. And he wanted to at least try and boost his career somewhere else to make another start. So, being a team leader, being someone who has been here for decades, I thought I would see to his wishes, agree to that, sold him off. Since then, Clark Harris has had a massive strop about it and has done nothing but poor form. If we go back to January, so this was about where he was sold, he had a 9.2. He has not had a good game since then. He has not been above a 6.8 since the Ollie Clark was sold. The problem is we don't have anyone else to put on for him because back in January, as we know, Phillips decided to break himself, so he's off with a broken leg, and so Clark Harris is the only competent striker we have left in the main team, so he's had to play every single game, and the games that we have won have been through somebody else scoring. And in the last game typified the problem, and he in fact got a 2-week fine for this, and and again threw another wobbly about it. If I go into the game, you'll notice he missed a penalty in the 94th minute, and it came up saying that he was taking the penalty, and I was a split second away from taking it away from him. But I thought, do you know what? I'm going to give it to him. Hopefully, it might boost him. And this happened. The worst penalty I have ever seen him. It's like he doesn't actually care. It's like he didn't actually care whether that was going in or not. It was awful. Well, I've given him an individual talking to. I've also fined him 2 weeks' wages after that game. And it's not just to do with that game. It's to do with his whole attitude. I've had Kilgore try and talk to him as a team leader. He's not listening. He is also a team leader, so he is probably causing a lot of problems on the side as well. But I'm hoping that is brushed aside today and he focuses on the fact that we are facing Bristol City in the derby. Let's get into the match. I don't know what I'll do if we lose again. And this is the team that is going to be facing Bristol City today, away at Ashton Gate. We have Trafford in goal, a back four of Kelly, Kilgore, Long and Stacey. McCann and Gallagher in central midfield. Walker, Cottrell and Giannelli are the attacking three, with the big baby up front. Hopefully he's going to pull himself together today and put in a performance which is sorely needed, because if we had somebody else to put in, he'd have been dropped weeks ago. But unfortunately we don't. He is also our top scorer. And when he is on form, he is one of our best opportunities to win. And in this game, we need all the opportunities to win that we can get. Right, I think passionately say... We can passionately avenge. There we go. Hopefully they don't take that as a signal to go and get sent off. And hopefully they will channel that passion into taking this game by the scruff of the neck. Right, City have a throw-in. Samieu outside, the ball comes in the centre, but lucky Trafford manages to collect it. Looked a little bit of a threat from the cross, but Trafford was on the ball, and we have now collected the ball back from originally losing the ball. Gallagher is now bringing it forward. Giannelli with the ball now, looking to bring it in centre, but Stacey manages to collect the loose ball, chips into the centre. Clark Harris is there. There he is. He has been absent for the last couple of weeks, but when it comes down to it, when it comes down to crunch time, he knows that the rest of the season doesn't matter if we don't get a result in this game today. We have lost, as I said, the last two games. We need to start getting back onto winning form. We need to start remembering how to win away, and he has gone a long way into doing that by finding his feet and scoring the first goal, hopefully of many for us today in this Bristol derby. We have another highlight here. Kelly with the throw-in to Walker. Don't lose, and he loses the ball almost immediately. But Kilgore manages to collect it. There's nobody else forward for City. To Gallagher. To Giannelli. Is he going to put out wide? He does. Stacey on the overlap chips it in. But Bentley doesn't find it difficult, as it was a fairly tame shot. Bentley kicks it out to Samieo, who starts to take on. I think that's Stacey on that side, is it? Stacey? No, it's Kelly. Ball into the centre. Narty with the header. That was so easy. Kelly didn't look comfortable from the moment that he started jockeying the player here. Samieo had his number, but took it him inside. Kelly should have shown him the outside, but it brought into the centre. Nobody was marking Natey in the middle. I mean, that is a name that just does not work well with my vocabulary. And going into half-time, I mean, we've had two highlights in that half, really, and both of them have been goals. We need to come out and do something better in that second half, because we are not defending very well at the moment. Assertively, not happy with the performance. Let's go out, take the game by the scruff of the neck. The frustrating thing is, and I keep saying it, it's frustrating, that the fact that we are dominating the stats. It is even on possession, but we've had 12 shots, 7 on target, more than City have had. But we are letting them back into this game. Show some passion. Come on. Right, 60 minutes. We're going to make some changes, because that is an absolutely nothing in terms of a shout. Walker is coming off for Barrett. Gallagher is coming... Gallagher is coming off for Rolls. I'm going to bring Rolls on. Come on, guys. Let's do something more. Right, City have a free kick. Chipped into the centre. At the back post. Completely unmarked. Luckily, it was off target. But straight away, we have another highlight. This time, we have a goal kick. Probably it must be from that shot. Trafford to Long to Stacey out wide. To Giannelli. Can he create something? Can he bring it forward? He's running at the fullback. He manages to go around him. Brings it into the centre. Chips it into Clark Harris. To Cottrell there. Not sure what happened there. Cottrell seemed to stumble over the ball. Frustrating, he loses it, and we lose possession. Barrett with the free kick into the centre. Kilgore at the back post. Kilgore, there he is, for only his second goal of the season. Set pieces were going to be where we were going to try and win this today, because we have not been very good at open play in the last couple of games. Barrett chips it into the centre. Kilgore jumps highest at the back post, knocks it in. As much as I'd love to see it for a third time, we need to get on with this game, but that takes us ahead now. Hopefully, if I demand some more, get some focus, and we'll see if we can try and get a third in this highlight here. Stacey with the ball in the centre to Rolls. Rolls chips it in the centre. There's nobody there. Barrett is first to collect into the penalty area. McCann takes a shot, hits the post. Oh, that was our opportunity there to seal the deal. But Ellison there with the free kick. The ball is headed back out, chipped it back into the centre. I'm not sure who that was at the back post, but that was a free header there. We managed to block it. McCann clears out for a throw in, but we are walking a tightrope here in this game. Right, I'm going to take McCann off. Let's bring on Omyonga. There's a bit of as a youngster with a bit of fresh legs, bit of pace. See if he can try and inject something in this game. I can't do another shout. I really, really want to, but City have a throw in here in their half. But they bring it into our half with Elias and Coco, who had that free header into the box. But he's had a free run, and Long has given away a penalty in the 85th minute. Luckily, he gets away with not getting sent off. What a ridiculous thing to do. Trafford saves the penalty. Yes, come on. That is fantastic. Trafford is a fantastic shot stopper and has been all season. And I honestly thought for a second as I was watching that we were going to score a deflected own goal or something, and that was going to be disgusting. I don't understand how Long is on a 7.0 at the moment. I'm going to ask them to get creative. Let's get some inspiration in them for the last couple of minutes. 4. Yes! There we go! That was far more stressful than it should have been, and that was far more difficult than it should have been. But we have eked out our first away win in 4. But luckily it is the one that counts. People had us written off. I suppose we have to look at that. We were the team out of form. We were the team going to Ashton Gate there and playing the away match. And we have managed to get away with a win. That is a massive boost. It puts us 6 points ahead of Preston, who Huddersfield have dropped off. And West Brom have dropped off as well. Wow, West Brom have dropped 2 places. Who did West Brom play today? They lost to Notts Forest. So that 6th place is up for grabs. There's 3 points between 6th and 9th. It does drop off significantly after that. Peterborough are completely out of it. But any one of 4 teams could win that. And so they are, while they're battling that out, we are slowly slowly creating a nice gap between us and 6th place, and keeping in touch with I'd say 4th, 3rd maybe not because there's 5 points there, but definitely with Bournemouth only a point ahead of us. Right, with all that momentum, hopefully we can take that into the game against Charlton. It is game day again, and we face Charlton at home today. However, in real life news, in between the matches, you can probably see that I'm not currently wearing my headset around my head so much as around my neck, and that is because one of the arms has actually snapped. And it's pretty close to breaking. So, and unfortunately, this is also my microphone, so I'll be using it like this for the rest of the episode. So hopefully you'll still be able to hear me correctly, and hopefully this still comes out all right. And I will have to try and somehow source a new headset. But that's for me to worry about, not for you to worry about. Let's get into the match. Obviously, off the back of the fantastic win away at Bristol City, where Jonathan Clark-Harris finally scored after probably 8-9 games of not scoring at all. And so we're going to start with the same team as we did in the City match. We have Trafford in goal, a back four of Kelly, Kilgore, Long and Stacey, McCann and Gallagher in central midfield, Walker, Cottrell, Ginelli as the attacking 3, and then Clark-Harris, who hopefully is going to score some more today, is up front as per usual. Well, unlike the previous match, we are the favourites for this game. Obviously with Charlton near as makes a difference propping up the bottom of the table. I think they're second from bottom. So we really need to be taking it to them. We have faced a team near them recently. We faced Brentford, who are actually bottom of the table, and absolutely tore them to pieces. So I would expect nothing less from this game. But in this first highlight, Charlton have a worrying amount of possession for the fact that we should be dominating this game. And especially as we have only had 35% so far in this first 5 minutes, and Charlton have the ball out wide. We do manage to win it back there with Ginelli with the ball now. Chips it forward for Clark-Harris. Clark-Harris manages to turn his man. He's in a little bit of free space, running at the defence into the penalty area. Chips it in, but sadly it has no venom in it, and the keeper manages to save it quite comfortably. We have another highlight about 5 minutes later. Charlton with the throw in to Milan in centre. Stacey manages to win the ball though. Clark-Harris wins it back, collects it, brings it forward out to Cottrell, who's going to the penalty area. Can he find a man? Finds McCann in the centre. And there we go. McCann scores his second goal of the season. Obviously, he only joined in January, so he's only had a couple of months, but he has managed to get the first goal for us there in this match against Charlton. Cottrell chips the ball across to McCann, who's in space, no one marking him, and slots it home to make it Bristol Rovers 1, Charlton 0. We have a corner here. Stacey with the corner. Into the centre. Chancellor, though, managed to clear it quite quickly, but only as far as Cottrell. Stacey back in again to Ginelli, to Cottrell, to Walker, who's in the centre, but he loses the ball, sadly, but it does go out for another corner. Can we do anything with the second one? Stacey again to take. Chips into the centre. Again, we can't beat the first man. That is frustrating that we're not able to get there, because I have got the set piece tactics set up nicely, so they should be able to, at the very least, get it into the centre. But we have a throw in here. Ball's with McCann to Kelly. Kelly is being pressured though, but he's bringing it into the centre to find Gallagher. Gallagher has to go back to Kilgore. Kilgore's a big chip forward to Walker. Walker's out wide to Kelly. Can he get the cross in? Instead, he finds McCann in the penalty area. Into Clark Harris. Clark Harris, one touch and then smashes it into the back of the net for his 26th goal of the season. I mean, the fact that he had a dry streak for about 8 or 9 games and he's still on 26 goals of the season tells you how good he's been for the rest of the season, and is one of the key figures, one of the key reasons that we are where we are currently in the table. And Clark Harris makes it 2-0. Straight away, we have another highlight. Long with the ball to Stacey, to Cottrell, out to Ginelli. Stacey looking for the overlap, but Ginelli's taking the ball forward, taking on the fullback. Into the centre to Clark Harris, to Walker at the back post. But he can't get anything behind it, unfortunately, and only trickles towards the goalkeeper. Right, 36 minutes on the clock. We have another highlight. Stacey with the ball to Cottrell, to Gallagher. We really are piling the pressure on Charlton now. Cottrell now with the ball. He managed to find Stacey in a bit of space. Puts it through to Ginelli, who's one-on-one with the keeper. Unfortunately, like Walker's shot, unfortunately doesn't have any power behind it, and the keeper is able to collect quite comfortably. Right, half-time, Bristol Rovers 2, Charlton 0. We have very much dominated that first half and controlled it quite comfortably. However, we can't let them back into the game. We can't get complacent. We have to keep this pressure on, because we have to be taking these type of teams apart. Because we are struggling in the teams kind of around us at the moment, and so really and truly, these are the games we need to be winning if we want to try and create that gap. And we have a highlight here on 61 minutes. The ball's kicked forward by the Charlton goalkeeper, but we managed to win the ball back. Walker now has the ball to Kelly. Can he find a cross? He puts it to McCann. Back out to Kelly, who now has a little bit more space. Brings in the penalty area. Chips it across to Ginelli at the back post. But Steer, the Charlton goalkeeper, is too quick to it and manages to collect the header quite comfortably. Charlton on the counter-attack here. Route 1 directly from the goalkeeper. But Ginelli manages to win the ball back. Clark Harris has been running around and causing massive problems for the Charlton defence today. Pass it through to Cottrell. Cottrell's one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and he slots it home for his first goal for Bristol Rovers since joining in January, assisted by Clark Harris. Clark Harris is back, people. Clark Harris, this will be his second good game he's had in a row. Both of them have been on an episode, which is fine by me. Right, 67 minutes on the clock. We have a highlight here. I've also given him a little bit of praise, see if we can try and get a boost from that. But Trafford has the ball to Long. Cross to his partner in defence, Kilgore. Out to Kelly. Going down wide left. Back across to Gallagher. Playing quite comfortably, not doing anything silly with the ball, playing at our own pace. Ginelli with the ball now, into the centre. Walker to Gallagher. Gallagher with a shot from just outside the area. It's been a while since we've seen a goal like that from one of our midfielders. But Gallagher pops up for only his 5th goal of the season. Walker with the assist. That makes it 4-0 now. I think that is all but done for us. On the 67th minute, I think we'll now make some substitutions, start resting some players, and look on to the next match. Right, 78 minutes on the clock. Let's make a couple of substitutions. We've got 3 9+ average ratings. We've also got an 8.3 from Gallagher as well. They're all actually looking really good. So who on earth do I bring off? I think I'll take off Kelly. Kelly's on a booking. That seems to make the best of sense in terms of who I take off. Walker, let's bring on Barrett, see if we can get some game time into him. He's not played very well recently at all, Barrett, since he's come back from his injury. So hopefully, with everyone else playing well, he might be able to put in a good shift. 89 minutes just ticked over on the clock. We have a throw-in. Stacey with a throw-in to Gallagher. Gallagher chips in the centre to Clark Harris. Clark Harris manages to find the ball from a deflection in the penalty area, takes a shot at point-blank range, but it unfortunately was straight at the goalkeeper. We have a corner chipped into the centre, but Chancellor, the Charlton player, manages to clear it, and Gallagher, for some reason, puts it out for a Charlton throw-in. He could have left that. Surely that would have gone out for our throw-in, but it makes none the difference. There we are, full-time, Bristol Rovers 4, Charlton 0. What an episode. I promised you in the last episode we'd have some better episodes to come, and this is about as good as they can get. So very well played. 2 crucial wins there, and 2 massive wins. One in the Bristol Derby against Bristol City at Ashton Gate, and the second one at home, taking apart a team who really and truly needed to be, as they are bottom of the are they now bottom of the table? We have relegated them to the bottom of the table, so they are now a point behind Brentford. Let's give Clark Harris some praise. He's had two really good back-to-back games. And that really does provide us with positivity going to the next couple of matches, because with him back on form again, hopefully nothing can stop us. But when will we be back? So depending on how things are going to go, is depending on when I come back. I think I'll play it by ear. If we're doing really well, I like to think at this point we're going to be in the playoffs. But with FM21 just around the corner, we obviously want to make sure this series ends just in time for me to start being able to make some content on the new game. So if we are doing really well, I think I'll just come back for the Reading and Derby, the final 2 games of the season, with obviously the playoffs being the final episodes of the series. If we start to hit a bit of rocky form again, like we have done the last couple of games, maybe I'll come back a little bit sooner. But hopefully the next time you see me will be the last 2 games of the season. Well, hopefully the audio was still good in the second half of the video. And if you did enjoy it, please give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to hit the bell icon to be notified of brand new FM20 and FM21 videos every Monday, Wednesday and Friday at 5 PM. And thank you very much for watching.